Hello and welcome to Lori's DIY Life. This is Lori. I hope everybody's doing well today. What I thought we would do today is there's a lot of people out there that want to get started doing crafting and making cards, and they don't know where to begin. So I thought, you know what, we could make the simplest card there is to make, and then they wouldn't have to worry about it. We we're gonna start with that, and maybe we'll build on it. So the size I'm going to start with is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. A smaller card that's about the size you get with the spellbinders. So to get that size of a card, I want my paper, my card base, to be 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, because you're going to fold that 8 1/2 and get that 4 1/4. So this is my paper. Here's my trimmer. I'm going to see. This is exactly 8 1/2. I guess you can't see that. It's exactly 8 1/2. So now I need to cut here at 5 1/2. So I'm going to turn this way so that I can take the other that way. So 5 1/2. And it's on the 5 1/2 line. And I'm going to cut it at this side. Okay. Now, do you want to score? Do you want to score it? The half mark is going to be 4 1/4. This doesn't go to 4 1/4. I could get a score board out if I wanted to, but that's not the point today. Today, the point is, let's do it simple, easy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to line them up. Make sure your sides are even, and then see, my sides are not even, and bring it down. And that's all there is to it. Take something, doesn't matter what it is. Some people use the ends of their scissors. And if you need to cut these with scissors, cut it with the scissors. What I would do if I was going to cut it with scissors is I would probably fold it first and trim from there. Okay, now we have the card base. So what else do we need to make it simple? Well, let's do some decorative paper. And all we need to do is cut a mat from here. And I like to do a 1/4 inch smaller. So my 1/4 inch smaller is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Is that right? Yep. 1/4 inch smaller. So put this up here. And I'm going to go to 4. Let me make sure this is going to go. Yep. Okay, 4. Now check your pattern. If there's a way, that's what's got to match up. So did I just mess up? Nope. About 5 1/4. Okay. Now we have this. Okay. Alright. Well, this right here, believe it or not, can be your card. This can be your card. Take the trimming off of here. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. And this can be kind of hard with a trimmer like this, but hold it down, make it a little bit smaller, come over here, put something here. What do you want to put? How about just thinking of you, which I use all the time. So this, no, right there we go. Let's get it going here. Okay. Oh. I don't know. Let me try. Of course, this is a metallic pin. You don't have to have a metallic pin. But any pin. Now you can trim it. At the end, I didn't write it so neat this time. Usually you would write it first, then cut the paper. That was kind of silly on my part, but okay. So we've got this, and then we got this. These papers are out of a Spellbinder kit, but as you can see, you can do this with any papers. Okay. And then thinking of you, you could put it there, you could put it here, you could put it here. I don't know. I kind of like it there. Okay. So there you have it. The simplest card in the world to make. Now, what if you want to step it up? Say to yourself, okay, I could do that. But you know what? I might not have a lot of stuff, but I do have paper. Well, my idea would be first another mat. So to do another mat, you can go either a 1/4 inch, or you can make or 1/8 of an inch bigger, or you could go and make this another 1/4 inch. I've already picked paper that I liked. I am going to make this mat the size that this is. So this is going to be 4 1/4. By 5 1/2. And I'm holding this side. This is side I'm measuring, this side I'm cutting by 5 1/2. Okay. Now this, that ain't right, obviously. Oh, I went with the card size. I need 4. It's a waste of paper, but 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, there you go. There's the second mat. And then this, wait, that's got to be trimmed down now too. So this is going to be 3 3/4, I believe. Go down 1/4. If you have a problem with measurements, put it up here. Look where your last measurement was. Go to the next mark, the next 1/4 inch mark. So 3 3/4 by 5 by 5. Okay. Now we have a double mat. And doesn't that dress it up nicely? It does. Okay. And here's the thinking of you. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. That doesn't look very good anymore, does it? Well, maybe I could mat this. I can. So what I'm going to do is trim it down. I'm going to I don't have any cut strips that are going to be big enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm not going to use that corner because that's got that cut and it won't look. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. This glue. Oop, might be a little too much glue there. Try to get it close to the edges. I'm doing this quickly. Okay. Glue this down. Cards do not always have to have a ton of stuff on them to be pretty. Sometimes it's less is more. Sometimes more is more. Sometimes less is more. And we're going to say for this card, less is more. Okay. So now we've got the card base, we've got a mat, we've got our decorative paper, and we have, you can see the glue's coming out. I'm gonna not worry too much. It's tacky glue. It's not really gonna dry all that shiny. I will get off what I can without messing it up. Okay. What do you think about that? How does that look? Has that stepped it up? That stepped it up a little bit, right? Let me think. You want to step it up again? Okay. You could triple mat it. Now if I triple matted it, I would just mat in between these because this paper is going to start getting too small and it's not going to look right. So you could triple mat either between these two or between these two. I don't think so. I think you can go to all kinds of places and you can get stickers for 99 cents. And so what I'm saying is it's not that hard to get stickers. Now I'm planned on this kit. I hadn't planned on this card. So I'm just going to look through the spellbinders. And you would, of course, probably pick your paper by the stickers that you have. These are, of course, they came out of the kit. I could use the butterfly or the leaf. But you know what? Maybe the bird. Of course, like I said, this did come out of the same kit. But it doesn't have to be a kit. You know, I'll even prove it. Of course, I've already picked this paper, which might be kind of hard, but let me try to find stamps out of another kit and see if I can find something that will work. But like I said, you would, of course, look at your sticker that you have and say, oh, let me pick my paper accordingly. It doesn't have to be a big print, especially if you do have a sticker. It doesn't have to be a big print. Okay. These are not going to match, and these are very, very childish. But let's see what else we got. Here's the Stay Wild. Let's see. What stickers do we have in the Stay Wild? Oh. I know know there's stickers in here. There's always stickers. Oh, look what we have. Butterflies. That'll work, right? We could put a butterfly in there. You know, I kind of want it to go with the theme, maybe here by the sentiment. It's kind of hard with the tropical. I don't know if I need to go with that green. I think I like this one, kind of, but this one goes with the, okay, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, these are beautiful. But, you know, it don't have to be. It doesn't have to be this kind of a stamp or a sticker. It could be any regular sticker. Okay? Now I've really stepped it up. Okay? And if I wanted to, I could put another butterfly and another butterfly and another butterfly and just keep building on that. And that's, you know, you build on it. Start with simple. If you don't know, you know, if you haven't done card making, start with simple and build on it. Okay? I'm going to get this down now. I'm going to put everything down. So first I'm going to start from the top and glue down. So I'm going to get my glue on the sentiment. I hate to try to say that word. I don't know why I have a hard time with that word. If you have stamps, you're going to stamp the sentiment or whatever you prefer. You know, that's completely up to you. Okay? So I'm going to stick it. And you don't have to stick it normal. You don't have to stick it straight. You don't have to stick it. You can do a bend on it. You can put a flag on the end of it. You can do a lot of things with the sentiment. It doesn't have to be plain, is what I'm saying. But I'm just trying to keep this simple. And like I said, it looked good without the sticker, right? And you could even make it work without this. It was a simple card, but it was a card, and it looked okay. You know, it looked good. Now I'm going to stick this, because we're working our way down. This is going to go on the next mat. And when you watch me enough, you will see how this stuff is hanging over the mat. I don't mind that. For me, that's not an issue. Some people like to keep everything inside their thing, and they don't want it going on the next mat. Shh. Sometimes I like to see it go off the card, and I'll clip it away. And I don't know why, but I just like the way that looks. It's more, I don't know, natural looking to me. If you just try to confine everything to that space, and it just doesn't, you know, it's just not normal. Things are not normally confined to a space. Okay, so now this is going to get glued onto here. And all I'm using is a tacky glue. And you do have to be careful when you use tacky glue on paper, especially thin papers. It will warp or wrinkle up your paper, or whatever you want to call it. So you do need to be careful of that. Because this is cardstock, and I'm using that thin nozzle. Okay, and you want to try to line it up best you can. That's why it's also good to use liquid ink, especially during when you're matting. Okay, so here's the card. How much simpler can it be? If you have decorative paper, that's all you need, and some cardstock, solid colored cardstock. And a lot of your paper pads come with double-sided paper that's more kind of a solid look, and so that you could use for your base. So even if you just had one paper pad, you could do this with one paper pad. For the sticker, like I said, I didn't even need to put that on there. I could have just used the paper as the focal point of the card. But if I had a paper pad and I did want to dress it up, paper pad, normally it all coordinates and everything goes together. Find something in there that you can cut out and glue on, and that will work too. So I hope this helps everybody. I hope you liked it. We're going to be working on some more basics. I'm going to try to get back to basics a little bit for people who are just starting out with card making and they're finding that they're having troubles getting things to work or go or whatever, and their cards look too much. Maybe you're just trying to do too much from the beginning. Maybe you need to start with the basics. Simple, easy, nice cards. So I figured that would be something that we'll work on. I also like to do coloring. I want to do coloring at least once a week. And then, of course, we will work on other cards and techniques and review things and go from there. But this is something that I want to start doing at least once a week, is some simple, easy, basic card making. So hit the subscribe and the notification buttons so that you will be notified when a new video comes out. And also hit that like button. Alright? Thank you.